What I'm working on right now in the homestead is I picked some plantain and some comfrey leaves and some wild violet leaves. And today we are going to dehydrate them. Once they're dehydrated, then I'm going to make an oil infusion so we can make salve later on in the summer. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So this is what it looks like that they're dry. See the little violet flowers? That's what it looks like when it's dry. And it only took like an hour to dry them at 95 degrees. And then that's what the fresh ones look like. So I'm going to put these in one of my little jars that a friend gave me online. Somebody who watches my videos gave me them. And I'm going to put them in there. And then I'm going to show you what we do the next step. Okay, so this is the little thing that I use to heat my oil all day. So my oil, it was part almond oil and part olive oil, and then of course the dried violet leaves and the flowers. Then I had this in for about 10 hours. This is perfect to use for this because it doesn't get boiling but it stays hot. Then last night I strained it, and this is the pretty color that the oil has given. And now we are going to take this oil and we're going to make salve with it. This has plantain, it also has comfrey in it, and of course it's the violet leaves and flowers. Now the violet leaves are supposed to be really good for eczema and all kinds of skin conditions. I'm going to use this balm as a foot cream before bed. I've always had trouble with my feet cracking out, especially in the summertime when I'm out in the garden because I don't like wearing shoes. So we are going to make salve with this. Okay, so the recipe calls for 3.5 ounces of the infused oil, which is right here. And then it calls for 1/2 ounce of beeswax, which is 0.51. I'm going to go that way because I like my salve to be a little bit more solid. And I want to show you guys this little gadget here is really a time saver, and it was only a few dollars on Amazon. I went for the cheapest one. It probably came from China, but it works amazing. So what you want to do is when you turn it on, you want to put your thing on it, your container, and then you want to collaborate it and turn it again. That way it doesn't count the measurement of your container. So that's how it looks. And we're at about 1/2 ounce of the beeswax. And I did throw in one of these pellets. These are actually cocoa butter. I buy them in little things like this, which is really neat, and I'm throwing one of them in, and that makes it exactly the 1/2 ounce. So what we're supposed to do is combine the oil and the beeswax. Now remember, you saw in the beginning that this oil is infused also with plantain and with comfrey. And I'm going to put this glass into a kettle like this. I'm going to put water in it and use it as a double boiler. And we're going to slowly heat this until it's all melted. And then we're going to pour it into little containers like this, which I got at the thrift store for 10 cents. Or we can use them in the small ones like this. So I'm going to probably use the small ones first, and what I have left, use the larger ones. And I'll show you what the finished product looks like. Alright, and we're going to pour it into my containers. And worked out perfect. And that's what they look like, and I'll show you what it looks like when they're totally finished and cooled. They look like, and I really like them, and I'm going to be using this recipe once a year from now on, And thanks for watching. Show you what it looks like 3 days later. And now it's turned a very pretty yellow golden color. So the green, the longer it sat, the less green it got, and it's nice and it looks just like a balm. And let me tell you, this stuff works amazing. I was starting to get a cold sore, and so I put this on and immediately it healed it. I have never had anything like this in my life before that worked so good like this. Definitely, please give it a try. This is an amazing recipe.